another terrific second half performance, first of all.
Yeah, it was. I was really pleased because conditions were really, really difficult. The wind and the pitch was very bobbly, and to consistently try and pass moves wasn't easy. We dug in first half, worked hard, got in front. And the second half, the tempo of our game, we hit patches in games where we get a tempo up, and the quality of the movement and the passing and the goals was first class. And they're a tough team, and honestly they've got some good players. I know why they're in the position they're in, and we had to make sure that we defended all over the pitch. I thought the back four was outstanding. Scott Griffiths I thought was tremendous today. Back four outstanding. First half, Cameron was absolutely terrific. He won every challenge, and that gave us the cornerstone, I think, to push on a little bit second half. And as I say, the goals were well worked and well finished.
I mean, the first half wasn't really much different to the home game against them, was it? It was not a lot to be seen, too many efforts on goal, and then suddenly, almost from nothing, Andre's managed to squeeze a ball through, defender's error, Benson has a chance, the keeper makes a bit of an error, perhaps allowing it to go through him, and Paul's there to net the first.
The conditions were a bit like that. The pitch was honestly so bobbly. I think quite a few players early on like kicking balls out because the run of the ball wasn't great, and you have to deal with that. I say to the players, champions and winners, they win in all conditions, all sorts of refereeing decisions, all sorts of fourth official, third officials decisions. You have to find a way, and we've played in difficult conditions over the last sort of 4 weeks or so, 5 weeks, ankle deep mud, water, wind, and we come up with what's required, and it's really important that we do, and it's really important that that's out of our heads now and we get back to work and look to Tuesday.
I mean, the unbeaten run is very impressive, the number of games, but when you actually look at the results again, Alfreton away 5-0, third in the league, Nuneaton fourth in the league, another 5-0. I mean, the performances are superb, aren't they?
No, we're doing well, but we're here to do a job, and the job's not done yet. We've just got to keep working hard and try and complete the job, simple as that.
And it's very difficult to pick out particular players and particular moves in a game when you've won 5-0, but some of the goals particularly were very impressive, weren't they? The work rate and
quality. As I say, we hit patches in games when we just up the tempo, we just find a way of upping the tempo, and we moved the ball quickly, and that was good. But the quality of the finishing was, Jake Howell's header was a terrific goal, Guts' goal was a terrific goal. I thought Benno's second goal was a proper centre forward's header. It is there, but as I said, still got games to play.
And how impressed were you with John Shaw coming off the bench, and it was his determination down this right flank to then put the cross in for Jake's header?
Absolutely. I feel for John. He's had an injury hit season, but he's a very valued member of the squad, and he can come on and I think he's got goals in him. He came on the other day and fought Alex for a goal. If Alex don't score it, he scores it. He's contributed here today. Alex Lawless, when you look at who's come off the bench, these are good players, and it really pleases me to see the players working so hard. And they ain't always going to play great, but that work ethic, that attitude, that desire is key.
And the next question. Oh yeah, word for Andre.
Do you want me to do your job?
Okay. Only if I get yours.
You can do mine. Yes.
A word for Andre Gray. It was his 50th goal for Luton Town this afternoon, and his 97th appearance.
It's a great record, isn't it? It's a great record. I was really, really pleased for Andre because, as I said before, he started the season, I think, a bit slowly, but never let his head go down. Never let his disappointment show, and he would have been disappointed. And I remember him coming in my office one day just saying to me, what do I need to do? I said, no, Andre, you don't need to do anything different. Just do what you do, and gradually, people sometimes don't hit their form always at the time you'd like them to. But he just worked hard, worked his way back in the team, and he's getting his reward now, and I'm so pleased for him.
Albeit from a yard or so out, for it, they all count, don't they?
Goals are goals, So some people earn a living scoring from that distance, so got no problems. He scored some great goals for us, but any goal's a great goal.
And this long unbeaten run all started after a defeat at Wrexham back on Friday the 13th of September. they're the team that you next face on Tuesday night. Your thoughts now looking ahead to that one?
Well, when you look at it, it's a tough game. I think they're a decent side. They beat us there, and I held my hands up because afterwards I realised I didn't pick what would have turned out to be the right team. Well, we all make mistakes, and I made one, but that's gone. That's got no relevance to what's coming up. We've got to go and play for this club on Tuesday and work as hard as we can, try and get the best result.